I'm going to explain here artificial intelligence related some small questions. Normally, this answer will be helpful which who are preparing for examination and all. The first question is define artificial intelligence. 1 mark type question. Define artificial intelligence. Developing programs to solve complex problems by applications of processes that are analogous to human reasoning power. We know what is this human reasoning power and all that every human being having. That means we are developing a program to solve a complex problem by application of process, but that problem will be solving with a human reasoning power. How to solve, not the how to, not like the computer how it is solving. Here the solving like a human being. That particular thing we are calling it as artificial intelligence. See, we know that when computer is adding two numbers, we have to store these two numbers, add these two numbers, print the two numbers and all. When a human being adding two numbers, he will be hearing the two number and adding it in mentally. Sometimes without much questions also he can add it. That way of human reasoning power we will be using for solving complex problem. That type of application development we are calling it as artificial intelligence. Like a solving a problem like a human being, not like a computer. But here the computers are using, but computer will be behaving like a human reasoning power. Another one question is what is related to what is frame. This is also related with the artificial intelligence one question. Frames are an object-oriented representation that can be used to build expert system. In semantic net, each frame describes either an instance or a class. Because this object-oriented, we know that everything we are calling it as an object. The entire world, we will be seeing it as object, and the objects are interacting. That way the world exists. That concept we are calling it as object-oriented. The entire world, the book is an object, student is an object, the people is object, the customers are object. These are all interacting. Interacting we are calling it as passing parameters and return values. That way the world is existing. The concept we are calling it as object oriented. Frames also, it is like an object oriented representation. This will be using for expert system building. In semantic net, each frame will be describing an instance that entire activity. I think this frame we can connect with our normal film frames. That will be easy to understand. Then the answer for frames is frames are an object oriented representation that can be used to build expert system. It is an object-oriented representation. This will be using for an expert system. In semantic net, each frame describes either an instance or a class. One instance, one example or a class. That will be each frame. The another one is natural language processing, NLP. We know what is natural language. The human beings spoken languages, we are calling it as NLP, natural language. For example, Malayalam, Tamil, Hindi, any human language, we can call it as natural language. This natural language processing is also a branch of AI. Helps computers understand, interpret and manipulate human language. Here, this entire study, entire process, we are talking about the machines like computers will be talking like human beings understanding like human beings. That language processing, we are calling it as natural language processing. Because in natural language, there are so many meanings will be there when somebody is speaking. Yes will have a different meaning in different context. That we know. No will have a sometimes the meaning of yes. That way human beings will spoke. Sarcastically they will spoke sometimes. Then the meaning may differ. But according to the context, the people will understand properly what he meant. That is what natural language processing. It is also a branch of AI. In this natural language processing, computer will be able to understand it, able to interpret it, able to manipulate it, human language. Then another one question related with artificial intelligence is, what are grammars? Grammars are used to specify the possible organization of words in sentences. It is simple one. A possible organization of words in sentences. You know that noun, verb, and all this entire structure of a sentence allow us to determine a particular sentence structure and hence determine its meaning. With the grammars, we will understand each word's organization by which we will be understanding the meaning. This is related with the natural language processing. Grammars are used to specify the possible organization of words, how the words can organize. That will be specified by grammars in a sentence, and it will determine us particular sentence structure, and with this grammatic structure will determine its meaning. Simple grammar, simple meaning itself. It is related with the artificial intelligence. What is script? A script is a structure. The structure here means data structure. That when we were learning computer language and all, there is a structure is there. Different types of structures. Array, structure, linked list, stack, queue, and all. Like that, script is also structure here. That describe a stereotyped sequence of events in a particular context. That very generalized one sequence will be specified there. That we know in normal cinema and all, for understanding purpose, the nurse, how he will come, we know with her uniform. How the doctor will come with the uniform, and the other things we will understand how the doctor. And a comedian, which when enters, we from the appearance we will understand he is the comedian. From the very first appearance we will understand who is villain, who is the leading role, the main character. That we are calling it a stereotyped sequence. A script is a structure that describes a stereotyped sequence of events in a particular context. That means typical, very natural, general sequence of events in a particular context. That structure will be there in a script. The remaining questions I will put it in the next video.